All right, we're back, and it seems that everything's working. I want to try this again. Let me be the first to say, welcome to Retro Radio. Thank you all for coming out. For those of you who are waiting, I appreciate it. And thanks, Miss Quitley. She's so smart. She's so talented. She helped me out get set up, and I learned something. So that's the most important thing. You know, things like that are gonna happen in your life. Just learn and grow. That's all you can do, right? So, as I was saying earlier, hopefully you're about to get paid. It's Baby Thursday for all of us. I hope we're all getting something coming in the mail or coming in the account tomorrow. If not, then hey, maybe I can be a good time for you at this time. This is Retro Radio. This is my first episode. So yeah, there's going to be all these issues that come up. I'm just going to run through some topics, things that I like to talk about. And yeah, if it's something that works, I'm just going to keep doing it every week. It's really fun for me. I've been told for a long time I should be doing stuff like this. So we're going to go ahead and do it and try not to fumble too hard and learn and grow as we go. Mix quickly in the chat. Let me know what's going on. If you can hear everything, if everything's good. And again, thank you so much. I want to take a quick a bit before I start, and I'll probably sprinkle it in as I go. But thank you everybody who's donating to our GoFundMe. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It really is helping us right now. We're trying to evade homelessness as we are moving out of the area that we're in to a better area and better situation. And it means everything that anybody's here, anybody's donating. I can't tell you how much it means to me and my family. We really appreciate you all. And the more we're able to do these things, the more I'm going to just keep growing. We both are. Yeah, real quick. I'm just kind of, I don't want to say stunned, but it's been quite a day today. So, and we're going to get into a couple of subjects. I have a game I want to talk about. It's an old game, obviously. And what I love about it, and probably break down a bit of it. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, jump to some Reddit posts and just kind of see where the night takes us. So I definitely grew up playing video games. I bought most of my own game systems as a child. So the game of the week that I'm going to be talking about is kind of a game that's kind of a lot of people know this game. A lot of people know it, but I don't think enough people know it, right? That game is Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master. Okay, you can tell it was on Sega Genesis. It is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I think it's better. I honestly enjoyed it more than Sonic. Sonic is a great game. It's in its own realm. I get it. But this game has so many different elements, and I love so many different things about this game. You know a game is good when they say, hey, it's not ready. They pull it back. It just came out in 1993, so I was like 4. And of course, I didn't get to play it. I actually, a lot of the games that are game of the week for me, I ran into like as I was growing up. Someone's dad had it and they couldn't beat it, so they had me play it, and I beat it as a kid. It's a really, really fun game. And the game itself is so very different. It's weird to be like, it has a sprint mechanic. Well, it's new. The series, the game before it, did not have any kind of sprint at all, apparently. This is the only one I ever played. Makes me kind of think of I know Ninja Gaiden is actually older. I don't know, maybe they're both around the same age. Anyway, this game takes place at the end of, the guy's name is Zed, I believe, and he's trying to re-extinguish him again. The main character's name is Joe Musashi. And Shinobi 3 is a game that's a hack and slash platformer. It came out in 1993, like I said, made by Sega. Some of the absolutely best music I've ever heard in my life. Lots of atmospheric Japanese tones, lots of percussion, lots of good bass, which I like. If you listen to the music, which I can't play, won't play, but each and every stage has its own, feel. And I really, really enjoyed this game. And literally, you start the game off, you're fighting a bunch of ninjas, you're going through the forest. He's literally, the start of the game, he's going after Zed. Round 1 is called Zed's Resurrection. He's going through the forest, he's trying to find a cave, he's trying to find the factory where this guy is actually being made. You're going through the forest, you're fighting these, kind of low budget characters, they fall. You can see, you can even hit them as they're going down. It's not that big a deal, they're very easy to fight. We move on to round 1 boss, and it's this regular dude that just kind of slides at you. One thing I love about this game too is as you begin to play it, you're slowly understanding the mechanics, and every boss that you fight is your ability to gain knowledge into how to defeat the final boss of the game. And so basically he gets into this cave, he fights a Shogun master, and he's defeated. One of my favorite levels of this game, it's 7 levels, or in this game they're called rounds, but the 7, what am I trying to say? My favorite level, my favorite round in this game is round number 2. You're literally running through a forest. It's called Secret Entry. You're running through, this is where he starts to try to break into the facility where he's being made and everything. Running through, and this game also has like a lot of mini bosses, which I really enjoyed. I didn't know I enjoyed it as a kid. I was kind of piss you off, but you know, you're trying to learn how to do it, the mechanics and all that. So even the stage itself is teaching you how to fight this other character right here. You can see is the actual boss. All these ninjas jump off of these flags that appear in the background. You're sprinting on a horse to get to the facility. And it's just something I had never seen before. You're able to jump off the horse, do kicks, knock off other ninjas that are trying to come and hurt you. You know, you use a blade or katana, shurikens are your weapons. They're all hidden throughout the stages. This one is actually like a combination of all of the ninjas that you fight throughout the level. He absorbs them and he's like super fast and really hard to defeat. Most people are gonna activate one of his 4 powers that he has, one of his 4 ninjutsu powers that he has in the game. I have the pulled up, I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly. Ikazuchi, which is what this is, the lightning. It gives a temporary shield, protects you from damage for like a certain amount of time. I definitely use that on some of the other bosses. So anyway, into round 2, you get there, whatever. Another ninjutsu power that you get in the game is called, I know Miss Squiddly knows all these words and I'm gonna butcher it, but I think it's called Kairyu. It's basically summons 4 dragons. These 4 dragon heads come up and they attack whatever's in the area, and it's just insane to me, man. Like you can crawl, different mechanics of this game that weren't really, I didn't know what they were, but at the time they were new. Like you can crawl, he can grab onto surfaces, you know, there's like lots of things in remembrance to like Ninja Gaiden on NES, which is the only time I ever heard of that game, was it being on NES, and then in college when it was on PlayStation 3, I think. Anyway, round 3 to me is like one of the more differentiated levels, because now you're in like a secret facility, and I say secret facility, this is where they're trying to like create this weapon. It's literally called body weapon. Each boss in the game, like I said, is teaching you how to defeat the final boss of the game, Zed himself. You have these creatures that are coming up that are actually like failed experiments, I believe, or failed test subjects, whatever, just attacking you. You have these other little brain creatures with fly wings. It's just weird. It's just very weird, and each stage is like differential. It differentiates really, really well. Like, let me see. So I didn't get the first one. This is the round, this is the boss. Now, whenever you get to the area at first, this creature is literally in the background trying to target you and hit you with his hand that he launches at you. It's extremely innovative, and you don't know, I didn't know what it was as a kid. I just thought it was a really hard game, and it ends up being a lot more fun. So he's getting ready to do his lightning attack. Anyway, another great level in the game is I keep saying levels. Round number 4. It's called Destruction. Now, basically, it's the same setup as the horse, but you're on water. Kind of reminds you, if you've played Ninja Turtles, the Ninja Turtle vibes. No shade against this game at all, because the music is absolutely phenomenal. And you know, you're riding around, you fight these mechas. This is actually one of the bigger ones. And you fight these mechas that are on water, okay? And I'm sorry, but it's just like I wish they would remake this game. Can you imagine? I'd just remake the game on PlayStation 5. I'd buy it in a heartbeat, with whatever money I could find. Anyway, you get there, you get to a facility, or not a facility, you get on the outside, round 5, that's pretty much, it's called Electric Demon. This level I like a lot because of the boss itself. The boss itself, anyway, you come in, the forest is on fire, like you're getting closer, you're traveling to literally fight this guy, to fight Zed. As you get closer to him, the facility, you know it's him because everything around him is literally destruction. It's literally on fire. There's nothing you can do. There's lots of little mini, there are people around. There are even like winged creatures that are coming at you. There are soldiers that are trying to shoot you and harm you, change your life. And then you jump into the facility, right? There's just so many different mechanics. There's a lot of things that like are frustrating at parts too. You have to jump over certain things. There's an elevator, which you know there's enemies that are gonna fall from the elevator and you gotta deal with those. But honestly, it's a lot of fun once you figure it out. Boss number 5 is Mecha Godzilla, okay? And you can see that they literally have them in the background over here. They have like copies. They have plenty of refills for the Godzilla gun over here. You take down this thing and it feels good. Like you're like, hey, I am understanding a lot of mechanics. This fight kind of teaches you more about dodging or whatever. Okay, round 6. Round 6 is kind of what I learned earlier is kind of iconic because the boss in this game, the boss on this round actually has the same mechanics as Shinobi 2, which we'll get to real quick. Anyway, these rocks are falling. You're literally jumping up these rocks. You can collect different items. You can collect items throughout the entire level of the stage. And then ninjutsu abilities like this one here, I'll break down too. I'm trying to remember or keep all track of the Japanese names of them. I think this is Fushin, translates to shadow basically. Basically, this one allows you to jump super high, so you can basically jump twice as high as you would. Not to mention this game has wall jumps, okay? The only time I ever experienced a wall jump in a game was Mega Man X, and I mean, even that's a super long time ago. Anyway, this creature is another mini boss of the area. You get rid of that, and this is why it's called traps. You go into where the boss is at, okay? And there's all these spears that come out of the ground. These guys are throwing shurikens everywhere. We got this activated right now. That's why it looks like, what is it? Is it physics or quantum physics where it talks about superposition, where it looks like it's two people in the same place and distance and all that crap. I say crap because I don't know much about quantum physics at all. Anyway, you're going through his facility and then you run into the guy, okay? It's actually two people. You got to fight two people, figure out which one's fake, which one's real. These doors, they come travel through the doors and they're throwing stuff. They're throwing shurikens at you. There's traps, there's spears coming out. The whole level is training you to fight these guys because everything you experience in the level itself, you're actually experiencing during the boss fight. It's just one of those things that I love about games that are really well done. The stage design's really fantastic. The art's great. The characters are great. Which leads us into another one of our ninjutsu abilities, or actually our last one. It's called Mijin, I believe. He literally turns himself to a bomb, which I'm not going to show it, but that's the symbol of the bomb. He explodes himself, does massive damage to the character. Obviously, takes one life away from him, and it massively damages the end of the boss. So whoever you're fighting, every enemy on screen takes damage. All right. When we're going into the level 7, he's fighting him on an airship. You go and just basically collect everything you can. From what I remember, it's been quite a long time since I played this game. But I'm in love with this game. I do want to play it, and I love being able to have access to it on my iPad. I can play it on my iPad if I wanted to. Then this guy here is Zed. There's a lot more color to him as you start beating him up. Most of the bosses in the game, the big one from level 3, changes colors and stuff. Just to kind of like, if you've played Ninja Turtles, it's the indicator that their life bar is going down. That's their life bar. There's so many elements there's not very many elements to this fight, I guess, in my opinion. But it's a good final boss fight. Jumps around, throws things at you. He's really trying to take you out. He can change the entire area. It's supposed to throw you off psychologically, I guess. But at the end, that's the game. You knock him out. I don't remember what happens at the end. I remember when I played it, it was at my friend's house. Like I said, his dad couldn't beat the game. I sat there and played for probably about 2 hours and finally beat it. It was really a lot of fun. Had a barbecue, had burgers afterward. Just a fun little memory, I guess, of that. So yeah, everyone, that's Shinobi 3. There's a lot I'm sure that I've missed in this game, but I genuinely love this game, and it's a game that's kind of just always been on the back of my mind, in front of my mind, everywhere when I think about a Sega Genesis game that combines hack and slash, shurikens, collection items, ninjutsu abilities, and running around and just having a good time, honestly. Obviously, round 2 is my favorite level of the whole game. When you listen to the music, that's really what sets it apart from a lot of other games. Yeah, we have, you know, Sonic and Prince and Michael Jackson's contributions to those games, but the mechanics, the stage design, the arts is absolutely, in my opinion, flawless. I absolutely love playing this game, and I look forward to sharing with you another game of the week on my next podcast, on the next episode. I really love this game. It's a really great game. So what I try to do and try to remember is that right now chat's closed. If anyone wants to say anything, come in. This is the part where I would open the chats, people to come in, say whatever you want to say about the game, keep it clean, everything that we can do to just have a good time together. So I open it for a little bit. I don't know who all is here. I'm not really looking at numbers. I'm just trying to enjoy myself, have a good time, get those nerves out that you get whenever you first start something new, and hope for the best while expecting the worst, I guess. And, you know, we'll wait for a little bit longer. If not, you know, we'll just jump on, and I'm going to, share a quick childhood memory of mine. And then I'm going to, it's video game related. What is the most unique feature of the game? The most unique feature of the game, in my opinion, are the ninjutsu abilities. I don't know, like, I played Shinobi 3 before playing Mega Man. So this was my real experience of like elemental abilities and things of that nature. So being able to kind of have a trump card, for lack of a better term, to kind of guarantee your survival in some of those levels when you're, you know, those games are kind of unforgiving in the sense that you learn by losing. But if you have a ninjutsu ability and you want to activate it, which you can activate all 4 of them, not at the same time, but you can activate them and cycle through them from the pause menu, which just makes it really cool. I never had that ability. The only negative comment I'd have about the game is that the button selection for it was very like unexpected. So you would sometimes activate it by accident. Another game that does that is Streets of Rage, where you accidentally like activate the cannon, and that's not when you want to do it. But yeah, the most unique feature of the game is definitely going to be the ninjutsu abilities. And then if I had to rate another one, would be the boss battles themselves. Because at the same time, they're teaching you how to play the game. They're literally teaching you how to fight the last boss. So if you get through each boss, you've learned something, you've acquired a skill that will enable you to defeat Zed and lead to his destruction and get Joe Musashi home to whatever family he's got. Because I don't know if he's got family or not. So anyway, we're going to move on. I'm going to talk about a quick childhood memory of mine. I just thought about it earlier this week while thinking about this. Side scrollers, top 3 side scrollers. I don't know. That's a good question. For Super Nintendo, well, I guess I'll talk about one real quick that I want to talk about more next week. Yeah. The top ones, you're saying no or not to say it. I mean, this obviously Shinobi 3, King of Dragons, and probably Mega Man, if I'm thinking right. I'm probably gonna go with Mega Man, just because I've beaten every one of them. I got memories with my family to playing those games. Anyway, we're gonna jump into a quick memory of me playing a game I don't actually have a picture of. I was at an arcade back home, and it was a game called Mocap Boxing. Mocap is in motion capture. Imagine walking into an arcade and you have all of these, like, all these people around this machine, and I'm like, I want to play this game. You put on these gloves and you have to stand in front of this screen. It literally obviously captures your emotions and triggers the game. And it was $1, which was a lot of money for a game, even with it being new. I don't know what year it was. I want to say it was definitely in the 2000s for sure. Definitely makes a lot more sense because I was in an arcade and I'm playing this game. Anyway, the cool memory is that at first, everyone walked away, you know. Everyone's walking away playing their games. I'm playing the game, having fun. I got all the way to the last fight, and you get hit, and you don't lose, but it puts a continue. And I get hit, and I go, oh man, I don't have any more coins. I turn around, there's like 35 people that are standing there watching me, and they're yelling, oh man. One lady runs up, because you have like a minute to get the money back in the machine. One lady runs to the coin change, gives me 4 coins, says, please, just finish the game. I finish the game, I win, everyone's happy. And yeah, it was a really fun, probably played about an hour, covered in sweat. Very, very fun game. So mocap boxing is something I actually would like to have in my house and collect and play. And yeah, there's my childhood memory of that game. Now we're gonna go, and I want to shed some light on the love of my life, the wonderful Miss Squidly. She came in earlier and helped me out with my technical difficulties. It's not why I'm doing this, it's just because she's amazing. Now we're gonna make sure we get this right, okay? I've been practicing for months, right? These are the acrylic crochet chocolate chip cookies. These are $8. And if you're a crochet artist, okay, first of all, look at this. Don't you want to eat this? I'm hungry looking at this thing, okay? It's $8. And if you're a crochet artist that wants to buy the pattern, they're $3. Find her everywhere on social media. She's literally everywhere. Check out her Ko-fi page. It's probably where you're going to find it easiest. You know, she has elements I don't like getting into personally, but if you check out her page, you can see that for yourself. I am doing, you know, obviously she's loving my life, so I support her, and she's so talented. Okay, look at this. I told her one winter, I'm getting a little cold. This is a Shinron that she crocheted, a Shinron scarf that she crocheted, okay? That's what I get for saying that I'm cold. She also felts, all right? She's just an amazing artist, and I know that some people are hearing, oh, it's just being biased, but in realistic terms, it's just what it is. When you care for somebody and you know them, that's what it is. She felts, okay? Look at this. Look at this is the rainbow rice ball with the puke, and I'm not doing it justice because I'm not super great at this, okay? This is fantastic. I don't know how much this costs, so if you want to throw this in the chat, that's great. But check her out, message her. She's such an amazingly talented artist in every form that she does. All she does is grow, and our future is just as great as her artistic ability. And it just makes me really happy to have someone like that in my life. The last bit that I'll do, and then I'll not get out of here, but I'll definitely jump into the next topic. Is what is this called? Flying pig? I don't know. I'm moving it too much. This is so wonderful. This is homemade stuff. The wings work, all this stuff. She's so talented, guys. Check her out. MCSQIDDLY, Miss Squidly. That's why. So we're gonna move on. Now, speaking of Miss Squidly, she's procured Butter Pig. This is the butter. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This is the Butter Pig. Look at the Butter Pig with the tail and the butt. You get it? Okay. Now we're moving on, I believe, unless I'm forgetting something else, which is a possibility. You know, we're gonna go over this and make sure I don't don't screw up. Let me get some water. Left you on that. Now we're gonna move into some Reddit posts that Miss Squidly has procured for me to read. So we got looks like we got 3 of them. We're gonna go through as many as we can, I guess. Okay, so the first one, okay, we got this is Reddit, r/nice guys. Okay, listed iPhone for sale on Facebook. Get told women shouldn't fear grape. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes, it is. Yes, you're right, sweetheart. Thank you. I do see that. So we're gonna read through what is a text stream from someone trying to sell a phone. Okay, so here we go. Are you still selling the phone? The iPhone? Yes, I am. When can I come get it? I should be free to meet up somewhere tomorrow. What side of the city are you on? South. There's a Starbucks on Southport Road. On Southport Road, or I can come to your house. Okay, here we go. Starbucks would be great. This is the one replying. Starbucks would be great. I don't usually give up my address. I apologize. The first one is going to be the person buying the phone. I'll start over because I didn't really get that far into it. The first one I'm reading is the one buying the phone, and the second part is the one selling it. So, are you still selling the iPhone? And she says, yes, I am. He says, where can I come get it? She says, I should be free to meet up somewhere tomorrow. What side of town, city are you on? And I'm sorry. He's like, south. There's a Starbucks on Southport Road, or I can come to your house. And that's how I knew it was a dude right there. But anyway, Starbucks would be great, she says, but I don't give up my address. He's like, why? Because you're a woman? LOL. Just don't really want strangers coming to my house, she says. So what time at the Starbucks? Like, she's trying to stay on topic. Like, come on. Oh, great. Here we go. To be honest, so silly the way you women are about men. There's no reason to be scared of men. and avoid giving out your address. All right, here's the line. Here's the line that lets you know what's going on right here. You can trust me. I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna keep reading it. Okay, she goes, it's not personal. I don't want anyone I don't know, a man or a woman, having my address. So what time would be good? And here it goes back. Just ridiculous the way things have become. The whole feminist movement has really made men the bad guys when it is really the woman that is fearing nothing. Okay. Actually, you are safe and women don't experience the harassment that they claim. It's all beep to make me look bad. Okay. And she's like, okay, do you want the iPhone or no? I don't know what you're going on about. You're mansplaining that women have no reason to fear. Fear what? Man. I feel like at this point you can know who the dude is. I'm just taking the opportunity to educate women about the reality of the world. The fear is in their heads. I'm a nice guy, nothing to fear. Okay, she's like, okay, I'm assuming you don't want it. What are you going on about? He's like, oh man, here we go. Everything until I say it's not is the guy. Okay, do you have a boyfriend by chance? That proves that not all men are bad. You're cute, by the way. You can trust me for real. Nothing to fear. Hello? Where'd you go? See, this is the problem. Here is a perfectly nice guy trying to explain to you the reality of life, trying to show you that you fear. The only thing you fear is the threat. What do you say? I'm sorry. I'm going to correct his English. Trying to show that your fear is the only threat to yourself and other women. Stop fearing grape, I say, and things that you should stop, and you'll stop attracting the bad energy. Let me come over and you'll see I won't grape you. Then you can trust men. Are you kidding me? Obviously, a response, are you trolling me? Is this real? No, I'm just tired of women saying they'll be graped or whatever. It's not a thing. It actually very rarely happens, but women lie a lot. I bet I showed, okay. I bet if I showed you the bleep bleep and my bleep, you can change your mind and won't be graped. Like all you, yeah, okay. Then you can trust men. Okay, this is crazy. Then he says, just go. Stop ignoring me. You women ignore nice guys when they cross your path. Could have sold the phone and met a nice man, but no, your stuck up ways can't wait until this BS female blank-ish is over. Go gone. Yeah, go gone blinker. Goodness, man. This guy is absolute trash, man. I can't say that I've not seen this in the past and have to have literally have to stand up for that kind of crap, because if we don't do it as men, it ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna let you in on a secret that shouldn't be as much of a secret as it seems to be. We gotta start standing up and saying stuff to these people, because it's upsetting that it's a good thing we have to do it, but it's upsetting that only us can do it. Only us men are seemingly able to do this, and our kind listen. Anyway, we're gonna go on to the second one here. This is our relationship advice. I, 33 female, think I have realized that my long-term boyfriend, 36 male, is a loser. All right, let me. Okay. I feel a bit embarrassed even putting this into words, but I need to be honest about how I'm feeling. I've been with him for over 10 years and I'm really struggling with the fact that nothing has moved forward. We don't live together, and while he talks about the future and what he wishes we could have, it never actually turns into anything real, okay? Let me just keep reading here. I've worked consistently to build a stable life, and it's been hard watching him struggle to hold down a job. At the moment, he only teaches one student a couple days a week. I've supported his passion for music. I'm sorry, because I do believe he's talented, but I also feel he needs to take responsibility for his life. I've asked him to find something more stable and full-time, but it doesn't feel like he's willing to do that. Okay. What makes it harder is that even when he's at home, he often spends time gaming or drifting instead of seriously focusing on music. When I'm sleeping because I've had a hard day at work, he is often effing around on the PC. This year, I didn't receive anything on my birthday or Valentine's Day. Okay, that pisses me off. I'm sorry. It made me feel extremely unimportant. He disappears for days, goes ghost, and then blames it on his mental health. Okay. I've had my time to be understanding, but I'm also dealing with depression and anxiety, medicated for it, and I still make an active effort in the relationship in my life. I feel like I've reached a point where the resentment is building and becoming overwhelming. How could it not? It feels like my time, my life, and my future are being wasted. I care deeply for him, but I'm starting to realize that care alone isn't enough to sustain a relationship. It makes me feel like I'm in a relationship with a loser. I know this probably comes from a negative and one-sided place, but I keep asking myself, is this relationship already over, or is it actually worth trying to save? I feel like I can't force someone to change or meet me halfway. All right, let me say some stuff real quick, okay? When me and Nick Squiddly were dating, we first started dating, okay, I didn't have any money, okay? And we lived about an hour apart, and I'm like, yo, I'm gotta do what I gotta do to see this girl. I didn't even have a car. I figured out, got a car, started donating plasma to get gas to go see her. So made her cards, handmade cards, instead of saying I don't have anything, I just had what I had and made it work. That's what you have to do when you really care for someone, right? Is you come up with these ways that you would never do for anyone else to differentiate yourself and make yourself someone that stands out, to show them that no matter what situation that I'm in, you are the best, you are number one, I will take care of you, and I love you and care for you. And you are the best thing that will ever happen and the greatest good in my life, right? That's what we have to understand, guys, right? I'm like, whoa, man, I don't really understand a lot of this, because I've worked multiple jobs to try to figure out what to do and to just make things work. I mean, I get it, I'm a musician, I sing, but like you gotta have a job, you gotta figure out something more than just that. And I'm sorry, but this guy seems to be a loser. He's not doing anything to try to change his life and situation, and number one, to support you. So I'm gonna say he's a loser, and that's what I got to say. And it frustrates me that to even it frustrates me, because it's like, of course, all these instances of these people, these men I've grown up around, I've seen, and I've decided to take notes and make sure I don't end up like them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So that's what I got to say. I'm sorry for her. Hopefully she left the dude. The guy's a loser. She's literally got a life without him. So you might as well just go ahead and, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to, I guess, move on. That's this guy. I want to throw a tomato at his face, man. Like, who does that? How's she working, full time, and you're just sitting around? Like, I can't imagine sitting around not doing anything, not trying anything, not putting out job applications, not walking to jobs, not doing everything you can to sustain yourself. Not just because of the whole, oh, I'm a man, I gotta do that. I don't want to sit around and be lazy. This is not who I am. Anyway, I don't know what you think. So that's just what it is. Okay, now we're going to the next one. R, ask men over 30. I'm 37, let's do it. Men over 30, at what age did you stop caring about opinions? Okay. What age did you stop caring about what people thought of you, including your family? How were you able to reach that stage? That's a really good one, Miss Gridley. And the number one thing I think, I'll say, like, before we met, I stopped caring a lot about what they had to say when I looked at their lives and I looked at mine, and I realized that I'm on a different path and I'm doing things that are different and it's working. And they see it as failure because they don't understand what it is that they see. When I understood how to invest in myself, this is when I realized that what they're saying, they don't have any clue about. But I really feel like I was able to reach that stage fully when I met you and was able to see, kind of the treatment that you got, and not in my frustration at, like, not by all of my family, right? But not understanding immediately who she is, how great she is. Like, we like, Mick Squidley, that's who. Met you, Mick Squidley, met you. The love of my life, the girlfriend, the everything that I've ever had, the greatest good that I've had in my life. And I mean that. And when you see someone that you care for that much be treated any kind of way other than the great goddess that she is, it pisses you off. I'm just saying, it frustrates you, right? Like, she gave things to our family when we were in need, when, made lemon chess pie, which I never had before her, and it was just amazing. And, it frustrates you. So When you realize that your circle is only as tight as the people that you choose to keep in it, is when you decide that, hey, it's not that your family doesn't matter. I'm not saying that your family doesn't matter. What I'm stating is that the people who know you best are the people who know you best, right? Your family doesn't necessarily know everything that drives you. And if that's true, then you have to know that it doesn't matter when they try to throw negativity at your way. Most of the time in your life, when people tell you that you can't do something, they're really talking about from their experience. So don't take what they're saying as something that is true. I mean, I've had that so many times in my life. An asthmatic that sings opera and wants to fight MMA, trained MMA, all the times that people say negative things, you have to realize that, yeah, they just haven't gone this way. You keep pushing and you keep growing, and you'll eventually run into people who believe in you, who are more than likely on the same journey, but you have to be on that journey to find those people. So yeah, it's really, really important to just try to figure out who you are as a person, right? Figure out who you are, and don't let anyone, I mean, even your family, dictate those decisions. Because at the end of the day, at the end of life, it's just going to be you and those who you know best and who love and care for you. And it's best to live for them, because those people are your family. They don't have to be, it doesn't have to be by blood. It can be by love. It can be by kindness. It can be by patience. It can be by the type of way you need to be loved and cared for. And that could be something that speaks volumes to itself. Excuse me. This has been quite the experience as I get. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I look at the Reddit things and, you know, it frustrates me because it's like I'm going back to the other one with the dude that's just sitting around. I mean, I've had so many friends that do that, and they think that they're cool because the girl pays the bills, and I'm like, why can't you just work and do it together? Like, you know how much stronger you would be if you just really at the time is like, you just get out of her way and let her do it. But, you know, little say, I won't say anything else on that and leave it alone. Yeah, so I'm trying to like move on from that. It's very frustrating when you see that, and I'm very thankful to have someone in my life that has helped me reach that stage, like fully being able to give me the love, the patience, the kindness, all the great things that I desired, didn't know I desired in some cases, and was able to receive her. You know, the biggest thing that men need to have is one thing I'll say. The biggest thing that men need to have, in especially my background, is communication skills and emotional intelligence. It's something that we desperately need to grow and increase on. Being a man is not about benching 350 and squatting twice your body weight. There's so much more to that. And I think it affects our society, it affects our children, it affects so many different areas of our life that we need to change. And we need to not be afraid to understand that we have emotions. It's okay to have emotions. Just don't let it be the first thing that you don't let it be your go-to, you know. Understand your emotions. It's okay to have them, you know. It's something I figured out like 20 years ago. I just thought everyone else was there. So you're not messed up. You're not less than a man if you're feeling emotions. Just learn who you are and how you react to things, and that will help you be who you need to be. I mean, you don't even know. You could change the way your family looks at you in a positive way. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Live your life, do the best you can, and you will run into people who will understand you. And in life, with it being always so short, that is the most important thing you can do, is to find some kind of validation for who you are and what you have, or where you want to go, what you want to do, whatever it is that you feel that you're put on this earth to do. I truly hope that you have success with that. Sorry, I'm looking at the first. I'm kind of flipping back and forth between all three of these Reddit posts. And you know, Miss Quickly, these are really good because they're irritating, because it's like, not the last one, but definitely the first two. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, usually at this point, just again, I like open the chat up and let people talk. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know who's here. Anyone's here, you can come say whatever you want. If it's about Shinobi, if it's cool, calm, clean, you know, be yourself, I guess, to an extent. I don't know you, but I hope that if you want to say something, and you feel comfortable saying something, and know that that if no one cares, I care. And I'll just wait here for a little bit and I guess do that. I have confidence in knowing that sometime in the future, if you do want to join the conversation, catch it live on Thursdays at 8 for Retro Radio. It's going to be quite the experience. I'm learning a lot just right now. Like, what direction do I want to go with this? Like, how do I want to present this next thing? It gives me some excitement to like be able to take notes. All I'm doing is taking notes and trying to grow and be better. Well, I'm going to, I guess, close it, but I guess I'll close it. But anyway, in the future, what I want to do more of is more like, what is something that makes it easier to care less about other people's opinions of you? No, it's okay. I'll answer it. It was open when you sent it in. So anyway, something that makes it easier to care less about others when you're strong and when you know yourself, right? If you know yourself, what things you can do, what things you can't do, what things that you want to learn to do. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean you don't know how to learn. You know, one of the things I want to do, jumping back, I guess, to the future, I want to do more of the woodworking. And, I used to build furniture when I was in college. And wood carving, my wife, my girlfriend, my girlfriend, the future wife, is like, bought me lots of books and knives, carving knives and things of that nature. I have so many times where I've like sat down and tried it, but, I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where now it's like all those things that I've worked on are now the things that are going to build our literal future. So, the one thing that helped me care less about what people thought about me, because as a teenager, it would really hit me hard. I'm even fatter. I'm an opera singer. It was really good, but you still kind of get called the nerd, even while playing football. And you kind of look at yourself and you go, you know what? You don't have to love yourself, but you have to know yourself. At least as a teenager, you have to know yourself. You have to know that either you're going to keep going and not let it bother you, or you're going to grow in such a way that it doesn't matter what they have to say. All right. And that's something that I can't stress enough, is to not let people, and they're going to, when they see something that's different, when they see something that either they can't achieve or didn't even think to try to achieve, so why should you try? They're going to mess around and try to do something to hinder you. I can open the chat right now if you want. Go ahead, it's open right now. And we'll leave the chat open if you want to say anything, ask questions. I'm here. It's really been fun, man. Like, even with the technical difficulty, like, you learn something, you move forward. That's all you can do. So yeah, I'm really just, if you want to throw random topics, I don't know. Random topics, I guess. One thing I talked about carving, but I really would like to have a setup where, I can build things on a stream. Like I said, I did a lot of, I built furniture and did a ton of refurbishment work. So I know how to carve and, polish and, wood burning techniques is the other thing I want to learn. I don't see a whole lot of that on here, and maybe I'm not looking, maybe I'm not, being showed that I'm a super small creator, but it's something I think I want to go back into. I want to actually build parts of our wedding and our house, and I feel like this could be the medium for me to do that, singing lessons. I'm a professionally trained opera singer. I've been speaking all day long, it feels like, and that's something I want to get more into. Random topics, I don't really know anything. One thing I want to do, and I want to do more research. I was really nervous and didn't do a whole lot of, I was really nervous and wanted to keep it to a couple of what do you think of Megan the Stallion got cheated on? Wow, it's kind of one of those situations where one of those, just remember, even she can get cheated on, or like when Bill Gates got divorced, all the men tried to be like, oh, well, so you should still talk all his money. It's like, that's not what it was about, but we're going to leave it there. I didn't have any idea she got cheated on. So I'm good with that. My life is in a whole nother galaxy. So But that's horrible. Like, obviously being cheated on is disgusting. I've experienced it. It's horrible. Oh, wow. Did she find out she cried during the performance? My gosh. I mean, it's horrible because what do you feel? Like, she did all this work to just be who she is. And I don't know much about her, but I know she's talented. I know she's got fans. And it sucks. Like, because you're kind of in that situation of like, what is she supposed to do? What else can she do? You know, she's got the prosperity. She's got the fame, the security. That's not enough, you know? Well, it makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to say why they care more about it than that event, but we all who are here know why they would care more about it, and that's where I'll leave it. But I think people care more about things that they've experienced more in life, and infidelity is something that has been a part of my life for, a long time. Not from me, but from just, say, people from my past. Leave it alone. And it can hurt, and it's frustrating, and it's life-changing. It's not something that just affects one person. She's crying on stage, right? So it affects her fans. It can affect her music. It can affect her mental health, obviously. And we got to remember, men, men are so quick to think, oh, women cheat too. Okay, let's go look at the percentages, right? So let's try to remember, like, we're the ones that are screwing up. Can we stop and realize who we have and how great they are? And can we remember that if you don't feel that they're that great, maybe we sit down and communicate that to them instead of harming them with actions, right? It's just crazy. What makes you, let me see. I think it's about, what am I trying to say? When people are it's not complacency. When people get comfortable, when people feel that they are assured a certain thing, when people feel, oh man, I didn't know that, a month after, I feel like obviously something else was set up, number one. Something was done behind the scenes, and that's what makes most people hurt and break down. It's because you're thinking it just doesn't happen. It's something that's planned, right? You have a relationship with someone else. Pick the second person because you didn't care about the first person in the first place. You didn't care. You didn't care about him. And I honestly hope that, like, she's okay, because this is something that affects people, and it really does. I don't think it's about looks. I think that it's simply about the opportunity. And a lot of times with men, I'm just going to say men because I've seen women do it, okay? I'm not going to say that it's improbable and impossible, but we all know that the highest percentage belongs to us as men. It's just, hey, look at that. Oh, that's glittery. Look at that. I'm going to go try it out. Like a Netflix subscription, but it's not a Netflix subscription, it's a relationship. And if you don't want to be with that person, or if you find someone you feel is better, then you need to communicate that. Otherwise, you're just purposefully trying to hold on to two hearts while tearing one apart, not realizing that you're going to actually hurt yourself in the end. And I'm not saying that she's going to come after you and she's going to do something to you. I'm just saying that women grieve way differently than men grieve. That is to say that women grieve at all, or that men grieve at all. Women obviously are the more mature ones and take care of it early and can do their best to move on. But men, it turns into something else. It's like a plant that only grows in moonlight, Like, can you really trust that? I am excited to start presenting more of gardening tips, things that I wanted to do it in this place, but you'll learn more as we grow and move that the reasons why I won't be doing it, because there's more of what I want to do for a garden in my actual home. Summertime is approaching, so if you want to start learning how to compost, that's something that's cool. If you don't have the ability to heat everything up at, like, I think it's 200 something degrees, just remember that you can boost the strength of your soil by just putting a lot of fresh things into the soil that will break down organically. Tea without the tea bags. paper. You can throw bananas. I would soak bananas in water because they have nitrogen, which will give it fertilizer. It's like a natural fertilizer. Blend up some eggshells if you eat eggs, for the people who do that. Blend it down, okay? That's calcium. That's going to be great for your soil. Just things you can do to naturally strengthen the soil without going out and buying, chemicals, And remember that bugs don't need to be killed. They're just pests. You can detour them by using a mix of, I think it's warm water. I use warm water, cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar, and some dish soap, and spray it basically, especially with ants. Insects communicate differently than we do, so it just kind of throws off their antenna. Also, if you have wasps, which most of us will have, yellow jackets are extremely aggressive. The predator to the wasp or yellow jacket, I don't know why I keep saying that, is a dragonfly. They will eat them. They're very predatory toward them. I'm sure you can find some. I know they have like lures or something that you can buy and put those up. They will not go around them. They will fly away from them. They are predators to them. Those are my gardening tips for that, pretty much. Everyone, I want to say thank you a lot for coming out, watching me, and I appreciate you sticking around after the technical failure, but we got it. And Ms. Gridley, thank you so much for just helping me. In the next few days, I'm going to be back on here. What's tomorrow? Friday. We'll be playing Friday Fight Night at 6. I'm playing some Tekken. It's going to be exciting. Then I'll be on Saturday. I'm going to be playing for a few hours, actually. Infamous First Light. I may come in early and play some Blasphemous, but I'm not sure. I'll be reading sometime, I believe tomorrow on TikTok. I'll be reading Dracula just to kind of get through that book. I've never read it before, and it will be exciting for me to read. So yeah, I'll be on chapter 3. And I'm trying to remember, I know I'm forgetting something. So if you want to just check out the calendar on my Twitch or on my TikTok, I'll be doing some music streams. I'll be doing one thing I want to do more of is I'm doing voiceover stuff, and I want to kind of have those streams where I'm just working on voices and people can see like what I'm working on and how I'm learning and how I'm growing with that. So I definitely want to expect more gardening tips. I want to do gardenings and things. And just remember also, I'll be back on Thursday. This will be the schedule. Thursday at 8 p.m. I'll be here just trying to get through this without any problems. But I want to take this time to, again, thank you all for coming out watching me. You don't have to do it. It really means a lot to me. Remember, you can always check out the live, join the conversation. I love talking to people, and it'd be exciting to meet you, whoever you are out there who watches this in the future. Shout out to everyone donating to our GoFundMe. It really is helping us. We cannot afford rent this month. I'm just going to be legit, and I'm posting everything I can about my voice, going to agencies to get looked at and try to figure out what we can do to get out of the situation. I will not give up. And our ability to move, it's depending on our effort and the effort that you guys choose to invest in us and myself. If there are any songs you want me to sing, any voices you want me to voice, you can message me. Find me on every social media platform. I'm there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Our GoFundMe is right there. I'm going to take that off and just tell you that I appreciate you. If no one else in your day has told you that you're a good person, that you're a decent person, that you did a good job, that people love and care for you, I'm here to tell you that is true. And I look forward to you coming back next Thursday at 8 p.m. I'll be here. And we're going to have some different topics to talk about. It'll probably be the game, game of the week, maybe some Reddit posts, and join the conversation, Maybe we can steer somewhere else. Maybe we can steer it and talk about some other things. But I leave you with this. Always understand that we don't give up on yourself, and we don't have to give up on ourselves. We have a world of a community that we can build. We have to talk to each other. You got to interact. And I'll just leave you with my phrase, I guess. I can't wait to see you back next week. I can't join me tomorrow. Saturday, I'll be here. I'll be posting everything I can, everywhere I can. Support me as much as you can. And it's not just about money. Come watch me. Come comment. I appreciate you. And just remember, just because the world is on fire doesn't mean that you have to add anything to it. It's been a real pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Retro Radio. Take care.
Sometimes I hear the moonlight dreaming while I'm streaming at night. In my room, all alone, then I hear this funky tone. I look out, wondering what's that about.